All right, let's talk about one of the simplest, most powerful tools out there for getting a real handle on your money, the 50-30-20 rule. Seriously, if you've ever just wanted a clear, straightforward way to manage your finances without a massive headache, this one's for you. Let's dive in.
You know that feeling, right? You get your paycheck, you pay your bills, you do your thing, and then you look at your account and poof, it's just gone. If you've ever had that moment of where did my money actually go, trust me, you are not alone.
But what if there was a simple framework to fight back against that feeling? A way to kind of see your whole financial world at a glance and actually feel like you're in the driver's seat? Well, that's exactly what this is all about.
So, at its core, the 50-30-20 rule is just a guideline. It's super simple. You take your money, and this is really important, we're talking about your after-tax take-home pay, and you split it into 3 basic buckets. No complex spreadsheets, no crazy software, just 3 categories to guide you.
And this is the perfect way to picture it. Think of your monthly income as a pie. This rule is just a recipe for slicing it up. The biggest piece, a full half, goes to your needs. A pretty good sized slice goes to your wants, and a really crucial piece gets put away for savings and paying down debt.
Now, this isn't some brand new idea that just popped up. It was actually made famous by U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren in a book she co-authored. Her whole goal was to make financial planning something that anybody could understand and use, and this simple rule was a huge part of that.
Okay, so we've got our 3 categories, but what actually, goes into each slice of that pie? Let's get specific and really map out where your money should be going.
First up, the big one. This category takes up half of your budget, and it's for the absolute essentials. These are the things you have to pay for to live and work.
So what are needs? Well, they're the non-negotiables. We're talking about your rent or mortgage, your power bill, basic food, getting to work. Here's a quick test. If you ask, could I get by for a month without this, and the answer is no way, then it's a need. Oh, and this category also includes things like insurance and the minimum payments you have to make on any loans or credit cards.
Okay, let's move on to that next 30% slice. This bucket is all about your lifestyle. The things that make life, a little more fun and enjoyable.
Now this wants category, this is where most of that mystery spending tends to happen, right? This is for eating out, your Netflix subscription, vacations, your gym membership, that new gadget you've been eyeing. But here's the cool part. By actually budgeting for this stuff, you give yourself permission to spend it without feeling guilty. That alone can be a huge stress reliever.
And finally, we get to the last and arguably the most important 20%. This slice of the pie is all about building a better, more secure financial future for yourself.
Right, so this 20% is you paying yourself first before anyone else. This is the money that builds your emergency fund. It's what you put into retirement accounts like a 401k. It's how you save up for a down payment on a house, or, and this is a big one, it's for making extra payments to destroy high-interest debt. This is your investment in future you.
Okay, so the theory sounds pretty solid, right? But how do you actually put this thing into practice? Let's walk through a super simple 4-step plan to get you started.
Step 1, just figure out exactly how much money you bring home each month. Step 2, you have to be a detective for a little while. Track everything you spend for a month or 2. Step 3, put all that spending into our 3 buckets, needs, wants, and savings, and see how it stacks up. Then you can start to adjust. And finally, the most powerful step of all, automate it. Set up an automatic transfer for that 20% to savings the day you get paid. It is an absolute game changer.
All right, that all sounds great, but what does it actually look like with real-world numbers? Let's put this rule to the test with a quick example.
So let's meet John. John brings home $4,000 a month after taxes. Using our rule, his budget is crystal clear. He's got $2,000 for his needs, like rent and food. He has a budget of $1,200 for his wants, like going out with friends. And most importantly, $800 gets automatically sent to his savings and retirement accounts. See? No guesswork, just a simple, clear plan.
Now, as much as I love this rule for getting started, we have to be honest. No one budget is perfect for absolutely everyone. So let's talk about the situations where this might not be a perfect fit. For instance, if you live in a really expensive city, your needs, like rent, could easily gobble up way more than 50% of your income. On the flip side, if you're trying to tackle a huge pile of high-interest debt, maybe 20% doesn't feel like enough. The whole key here is to see this as a flexible guideline, not some unbreakable law.
And that really brings us to the most important rule in all of personal finance.
The goal isn't to follow the 50-30-20 rule perfectly. The real goal is to find a system that actually works for you, one that you can stick with. If this one isn't it, that is totally okay.
For example, another really popular method is called zero-based budgeting. With that one, every single dollar you earn gets a specific job. It's definitely more detailed and hands-on than 50-30-20, but it can be amazing for people who want total control or need to get really aggressive with paying off debt.
So, let's end on this thought. The 50-30-20 rule is an incredible starting point for getting financial clarity. It just forces you to be more intentional with your money. So thinking about your own spending, what's just one small want you could maybe trim back a little to boost that 20% savings goal? Because the real power of this rule isn't just in the numbers, it's in the choices it helps you make.